afternoon, my name is Kaylee Lawson, and today I'm here to share my personal narrative about the worst day. I know many of you have had bad travel days. You know, the ones that are just long and exhausting. Today, I will tell you about how my much anticipated trip to Kauai becomes one of the most disappointing days. Most graduation trips are memorable because of the adventures and places you see. Mine, on the other hand, became memorable for other reasons. When my best friend and I heard the exciting news that our parents were taking us to Kauai for our graduation trip, we were over the moon. When we would get home from school for the leading months, we would make lists of things we wanted to do and see. We even made a very detailed agenda that accounted for every hour we planned to be there, which included very minimal downtime. But to me, our trip seemed to be doomed when we found out that it was supposed to be rainy and cloudy for the entirety of our stay. The morning of our flight, we were all rushing around trying to pack our last bit of things, which made us late to the airport. Since we were running late, we were stressing about the idea of missing our flight. We finally arrived at the airport only to find out our flight had been delayed 2 hours due to weather conditions in Kauai. After we checked our bags and grabbed our boarding passes, we headed to the security checkpoint to find out my friend forgot her ID at home. Luckily, we had TSA pre-check, so she was able to search through her phone for a photo of her ID. We still had to wait back in the line again, but it ended up taking just the right amount of time for us to make it to our gate, which, remember, was delayed 2 hours. After boarding the plane, I was forced to sit in the middle, which was quite comfortable considering I'm 5'11" with long legs. The duration of the flight was hard to sit through, both from the fact of my excitement and my uncomfortableness. We finally landed in beautiful Kauai and deboarded our plane. We grabbed our bags and headed towards the car rental place, where we were faced with yet another disappointment. The Jeep we intended to rent was not available, so we had to settle for a Kia Soul. We made it to the hotel to find out that our room was still being cleaned because the previous guests had checked out later than anticipated. While we waited for our room, we put our belongings in the lobby and grabbed our swimsuits to head to the pool, where we found out you needed a key to get into the gate. So we settled for the beach instead. Although this was one of the most stressful days I've had, the trip as a whole turned out to be an amazing experience. From bonding with the people I was surrounded with to experiencing the wonderful tropical environment of Kauai, I can overall say that I had a wonderful time as the trip evolved. Despite the rocky start and issues we faced, the experience taught me perseverance and gratitude. Be patient in stressful situations because you never know what can evolve from the struggle. Thank you for listening.